Good morning. This is I am alive. Ooh, I just love that sentence. I love the word alive, aliveness. So finding a hero pose, which is how I'm sitting down here, or some people call it rock pose, I believe. You want to sit on top of your heels. This could be challenging, so it depends on your mobility in the ankle. If it is challenging, please use blocks, use pillows to sit on top of it. All right? Make sure you modify for yourself, modify for your level, and be really comfortable in everything that we do on the mat. Another option, which I will invite you to try, is tucking your toes down if you have no problem sitting here. And almost actually use your fingers to move your little toe, so your little toe is rooting down into the floor as well. It's fun. You want to create awareness in the outer edge, the fringe of your body. So the fingertips and the toes really symbolize the boundary of our consciousness. That's the furthest point that we can physically touch. There's a lot of nerve endings in our hands and our feet. All right. Any moment, if you feel like it's too much, you can untuck your toes, of course. Ooh, this is intense. I can feel my toes already. Interlace the fingers in front of your heart. Take a big inhalation to extend the arms up like you're giving yourself a really nice stretching in the morning, which you are. Press the palms up, lengthening the side body. Press the palms up, lengthening the side body. Breathe in deeply. Now exhale, lower the arms, rounding the back. Ooh, the toe tuck gets very intense. Please don't feel like you have to do it. Just see if you can though. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, rounding the back. Tuck your chin. Squeeze belly towards your spine. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Tucking your tailbone forward, rounding the back. Spreading shoulder blades, pressing the palms forward. All right, inhale, up. Now you can untuck your toes. Ooh, and take it slow. You can tap gently your toes onto the floor. Let's do one more. You might feel this one being much more easeful. Inhale, arms up. Squeeze the shoulder blades, heart forward. Exhale, rounding the back. Last time. Inhale, up. Bring the arms behind your ears if possible. Exhale, rounding the back. If it's not possible, don't worry about it. Release the fingertips, have the palms face up. Now we tune in. After a few spinal flex, close your eyes, settling down all the dust. Sitting here. I am alive. I am alive. I want you to whisper that in your own mind and noticing what a miracle it is. How many different things, synchronicities that have to happen to create this moment right here. You're sitting here as this person living this life. It is truly a miracle that you are and I am alive and we're sharing this practice together. So I think of being alive, like truly alive, as being truly committed to life. Like you openly welcome and embrace all the experiences of life, the full spectrum. And then you can taste all the flavors, have all the different experiences and grow so much, get to know yourself so well. And that is the true, profound experience called life. So soak that in 3 breaths. Fully arrive. Clear your mind completely. Slowly open your eyes. We'll find downward facing dog. Hands forward, press into the floor, tuck your toes, hips up and back. Make tiny adjustments as you need. External rotation in the arm bones, so the eyes of the elbows are pointing forward and up almost. Pressing the fingertips down, like your armpits are looking towards each other. Then you can feel the shoulder blades truly spreading apart. Soften the neck. Press into the hands, lengthening the spine up. And not just inhale, lift both heels up. Squeeze lower belly. Feel the arms. And exhale, lower the heels towards the towards the floor. Inhale up, lift the heels. Exhale, lower it down towards the floor. Feel the stretching the legs. Maybe even lift the toes. Inhale up, press firmly into the hands. Exhale, lower the heels down. Bring the feet together. Next, inhale, right leg kicks up. Feel the stretching to the left leg, pressing your chest towards the left thigh. Try to squeeze all your leg muscles, spreading the right toes, soften the neck, press into the hands, squeeze the lower belly. Bend your right knee now, open the hip. So allow the right hip to stack over the left. Allow the right knee to lift high. Keep pressing the arms straight, firmly down. Pressing the chest towards your left leg. Feel the stretch. If you allow the right leg to drop slightly, you can feel right side body stretch as well. Now slowly lower the right foot back to the floor. Inhale, left leg up. Spreading the toes. See if you can press the right heel down into the floor. If you are more on the flexible side, you can press the right heel firmly down. Spreading the left toes. Squeezing the leg muscles. Keep the integrity of the foundation, so the hands, fingers. Bend the left knee, open the hips. Opening to the left side, lifting the left knee. Keep pressing the hands into the floor and pressing the body towards your right thigh. Your shoulder might be getting a little bit tired. One more deep breath. Breathe through all the sensations you are feeling. Slowly place the left foot down. Inhale, right leg kicks up one more time. Spreading the toes. See if you can find a deeper stretch this time. Exhale, we step the right foot forward between the hands. Lower the left knee down. Coming to a low lunge. This time, inhale, arms rise up as well. If you have knee problem, please place some blanket underneath the left knee. And sometimes I find tucking the toes will help you to make it a little bit easier for the knee. Make sure you feel good. As you come to lower lunge, finding your threshold, meaning can you keep a tiny engagement in your legs without slacking, but finding the range of motion that's comfortable, the deepest place you can go right now without suffering. Front knee over the front ankle. You can sink the hips down if you are more flexible. But there's no better or worse. Try to squeeze your lower belly in, engaging the core even here. Beautiful. Now exhale. I like to bend my elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades a little, lifting the chest, keeping the legs active. Alright, slowly inhale, arms back up again. Fingertips drizzle down towards the floor. Straighten the right knee. Coming to half split. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Try to bring your chest, lengthen the chest forward and drag your right hip back. Even squeeze the inner thighs a little. Flex the right toes. This can be quite intense. This is a pose that you can work with forever, for a very, very long time. Don't underestimate it. See how low you can go. You can choose to fall down. Let's ripple up and down a few times. So inhale. Lifting the body up, come to your fingertips. Lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, folding towards the right leg. 2 more times with your breath. Do not just go through the motion. Feel the aliveness in your body. Feel you breathing into every cell. This is divine. I really mean that. Slowly as you inhale, you bend your right knee, tuck your left toes, we rise up to a high lunge. But first, this is a challenge. Root both feet really firmly. I want you to lift the left arm first. Reaching forward, you might already feel your right side butt start to grip. This is not easy. Try to create a little bit of space between your body and your leg. And see if you can lift the right arm up, forward. Challenging, I know. If you are getting tired, just go up to high lunge. Or you can lower the back knee down. And next, inhale, let's go together, rising up to high lunge. Sometimes we need a little more kick. We need a little more activation to feel more alive. So this is this class. High lunge now. I want you to really fire up this pose today. Lifting the fingertips up, softening the shoulders, squeezing lower belly. Now slowly bending the back knee so it hovers, almost touching the floor. Almost touching the floor. Maybe tiny bit of touch is okay. And kick it straight, lifting up. Ooh, that really burns. And slowly bending the left knee down. Keep the fingers lengthening up as if they're not moving. Keeping lengthening up. Lowering down, tap the floor and lift the left knee high. Kick the left leg strong and straight. One more. Squeeze, lower, squeeze the belly. Just touch or not touch. See how you feel. The left knee and come up. Ooh, super intense. Now lean forward, fingertips clawing through air, finding the floor. Bring the left foot forward. We're gonna do pyramid pose. Try to do the classic version today. Just play with it. Traditionally, heel to arch, but you can allow it to be wider because squaring the hips might be quite challenging. Inhale, lengthening the spine forward. Squeeze the lower belly. Try to square your hips. Right hip back, left hip forward. Soften the neck. Exhale, fold down. Beautiful pose. Do you feel more alive now? You might be able to feel your heartbeat. I love feeling the body, the breath, the heartbeat. These are, signals showing us that we are truly alive right here, being humans. It's really beautiful. Slowly walk the fingers forward. I want you to shift your weight into your right leg and lifting the left leg, squaring the hips. Lifting the left leg maybe parallel to the floor. I know your right hip can be burning right now. That's okay. Embrace the sensation. You can keep a little micro bend in the right knee. This L stand could be where you want to stay here. We're going to stay for about 3 breaths. If you are more experienced, want to venture into deeper, a more challenging place, coming to a standing split. Use your right hand to grab the shin, the right shin, and folding towards your right leg. Kick the left leg as high as possible. Notice this is a choice. This is an option. Like everything, truly. So don't feel pressured. One more deep breath. Maybe deepen the pose. And slowly lower the left foot back as you bend your right knee. So go really slowly. Hands finding the floor. Ooh, the right hip. And step into plank position. Lowering all the way down to the floor. But I want you to lower down through slow motion. You get a nice, well-deserved break here. Palms underneath your forehead, or maybe maybe look towards one side. We're gonna do a few undulation in Cobra. I really love this one to truly activate the back body. So take one more deep breath here, breathing, resting. Allow yourself to make any sound you like, noticing how your right butt feels bigger than your left butt. Call it aliveness today. One more deep breath. Sigh it out, all through the nose. Now, inhale. Lift your head up, fingertips, spider them, so palms lifted, fingertips pressing into the floor, suctioning towards the palms. You can bring the feet wider, and especially if you have lower back problems. Squeeze your shoulder blades already, shoulders away from the ears, and inhale. You can use your fingertips, lifting up high, but don't do it too fast. I want you to do it slowly. Feel the fingertips pressing down, squeezing the shoulder blades, pressing your pubic bone, your pelvic floor towards the floor, and pressing the toes into the floor if possible, lifting up high without any pain in the lower back. Squeeze the elbows towards the midline slightly, and lifting the chest. It's really about lifting the chest. It's not about bending the back. So don't think about bending the lower back. Squeeze your butt. Now slowly exhale. I want you to go down super slowly. You want to kiss your belly button down to the floor first before everything else lands. So take it very slow like a snake. Inhale, coming up. Use your elbow, squeeze towards the center, press into the fingertips. Use your legs, squeeze your butt, lifting the chest high. Just go as high as you can, so don't force. But actually, sometimes when you come to the straight arms, it's easier if your spine feels good. Slowly lower it down with your breath. It's possible. Lower the belly button, lower the rib cage, lower the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, rising up. If your fingers are feeling quite painful, you can press the palms down. The reason I don't want you to press the palms down is I don't want you to use too much help from the hands. Just be aware of that. Squeezing shoulder blades, blossoming the heart forward. You want to feel the legs squeezing, the butt squeezing. All right, last time. Do it extra slow, extra flavorful. Inhale, press the feet down, squeeze your legs, squeeze your butt. Lifting the heart. You really need to learn as if your heart is slingshot forward. Push the heart forward, drop the shoulders down. It really should feel quite expansive and joyful. Lower down super slow. All right, take a little break. If you looked towards one side before you look towards the other side, take a rest. You can place the forehead on top of your palms, the back of your hands again, of course. Deep breath. Completely rest here. This is amazing back body activation. We'll just do one more. Just one time. Next inhale, come back to center. Lift the chest away from the floor. Interlace the fingers behind you. Palms press together gently. Next inhale, lifting the chest and the legs at the same time. Spreading the toes. Now think about length. Don't think about depth. And feel you breathing into your heart center, breathing into your lungs just a little bit more than you ever done. Deep breath, shoulders drop. Maybe hands come away from your butt, lifting the legs a little bit higher. And we slowly lower it down all the way. Now hands towards the floor. We find downward facing dog. Press. Use your core. Downward facing dog. Ooh, the good news is we're almost there. The other good news is we'll have one more side. Bring the feet together. Left leg kicks up. Extending. Spreading the toes. And then step it forward. Quietly. Coming to low lunge, finding your threshold in this lower lunge. Make sure if your toes are down, the back toes should point directly straight back, not towards the side. Arms lift up as you inhale. Almost draw the feet towards each other so you squeeze and activate the leg muscles. Arms so strong, fingertips reaching up. You can feel the muscles hugging towards the bone when you activate them. Really infuse every cell, every fiber of your being with awareness and aliveness. Squeeze the lower belly. You can maybe sink the hips forward and down a little bit deeper, but do not slack completely. And exhale, lower the elbows down. Squeeze the elbows back. Push the chest forward and up. Lift it up a little bit higher. Press into the back foot can help you. And slowly come back to neutral and just place your fingertips down to the floor. Left leg straighten towards half split. Shoulders away from the ears. Do what you can. Like I said, this is a practice. Practice meaning we repeat them. Practice meaning we're coming back to it again and again. Practice is such a beautiful word. We're gonna do 3 rounds of cat and cow almost. Well, more like ripples in this position. Inhale, see if you can straighten the back even more. Draw the left hip back. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rising up. You can do it as if you're coming to cat. Round your back as you press the fingertips into the floor. And then you stretch your heart forward as you fall down. Creating this waving sensation with no pauses. Nothing disharmonious. Everything works together. And try to kick the inner side of your left foot forward a little bit more. So it's not behind the outer edge of the foot. Now slowly inhale, press fingertips into the floor. Left knee bent, back toes tucked. Rising, but we're gonna rise slowly. If you find it too challenging to do so, you can just go straight up to high lunge. Right arm lengthening forward. You can feel the weight, feel the quivering in your left leg already. See if you can create a little bit of space between your body and your left thigh. Lengthen the left arm forward as well. Creating a straight line, a powerful line from your right heel towards your fingertips. Inhale, shifting your weight up into high lunge. 3 times of squeezing the legs. Maybe adjust your stance a little narrower. See how you feel. Slowly, as you exhale, lowering the knee towards the floor, the right knee. Hover or gentle tap. And kick it straight, kick the heel back. Squeeze the leg muscle, squeeze the right side butt. Lower it down, slow motion. Fingers keep reaching up. Spine lengthening up and kick. That should burn. You should feel the burn like I do right now. Slowly lower the right knee. Kick up. Ooh, so beautiful. And now slowly lean forward, drizzle the fingertips towards the floor. Bring the right foot forward, about 1 foot distance. And lower the right heel, finding the perfect stance for you. So classically, like I said, heel to arch. A little wider can be better for you today. Inhale, lengthening the spine forward. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Squeeze inner thighs. Firmly rooting down into the feet. And exhale, folding down towards the left leg. We're almost done. But as I say that, I still now, in this present moment, want to encourage you to forget about what's going to happen. Be with this pose, this moment, right now. Soften. Finding your threshold. Slowly bending to the left knee. Fingertips forward, maybe palms down to the floor. You can keep the front knee bent. Lifting the right leg parallel with the floor at L stand. Honestly, this pose is awesome. So do not think about the progressed poses are better. Sometimes they just serve different purpose, you know? Like every human being is here to serve a different purpose. Now, widen your butt back, squaring your hips even here. Lengthening the spine forward. You should feel a lot of sensation in your left hip here. Maybe you go deeper towards standing split. If you did on the other side, we're gonna hold 3 breaths, kicking your right toes high. Soften the neck. Let go of any unnecessary tension. Feel the aliveness in your left leg right now. And slowly bend into the left knee. Bring the left hand back to the floor if it's not. Tug the right toes. Place it slowly down to the floor. And come into plank. Just one round vinyasa. If you're up for it, inhale, rising up. Sometimes my words get very funny. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. I have one last bit of challenge for you today. Lower the knees towards the floor. Let's come into puppy pose first. Bring the palms forward and start to think or melt your heart towards the floor. Tailbone lifting up towards the ceiling. And it depends on where you are. If you are on the less flexible spectrum, you are going to place your forehead down to the mat. If you are more flexible, you're going to put your chest and your chin to the floor. I want you to find this squeezing sensation between the shoulder blades, finding the stretch under the armpits. And again, the armpits want to stare at each other, external rotation in the arm bones. And find your depth. Find where you belong. Take 3 deep breaths. Sticking your butt up. Just one more breath. Soften another layer. Let go of some resistance. Squeezing shoulder blades. Imagine a pair of invisible hands are pressing onto your shoulder blades. Just pressing them very gently, lovingly towards the floor. So you sink down a little bit deeper. To imagine invisible assisting hands is actually quite a fun technique. You might even feel it, because our imagination is very powerful. Now slowly glide your hands back slightly so you feel safe. We're gonna place our elbows down to the floor. Bring the elbows closer than the shoulders, so make sure you can grab your biceps and then separate the hands. The final challenge today is dolphin pose. This is a challenging pose that you can work with, again, for a very, very long time. First, press the elbows down to the floor more so you feel the shoulder blades spreading, fingertips pressing down. You can already feel this activation in the shoulder girdle and squeeze your belly towards your spine. Press the elbows down even more. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. This is an awesome, awesome exercise for the shoulders. Now, tuck your toes. Lift the knees. See how far you can go. Depending on your flexibility right now, maybe you can straighten the legs. Maybe you cannot. But what I want you to make sure is shoulder is above the elbow, so don't allow it to drift forward today. Press the elbows down more, like you want to lift your body more away from the floor. You can keep the knees bent, pressing fingertips, pressing elbows down into the floor. Now look towards your knees, pressing your chest towards your legs. If you are more flexible, you can walk even closer. This is the last challenge of today. Pressing your chest towards your legs, pressing the elbows down, fingertips down. Know that you can get out any moment, all right? So don't feel like you have to be here if you are getting way too uncomfortable. So you can sit back, you can go into child's pose, take a few deep breaths, and maybe come back. Make your own choice. Learn this ability to discern for yourself what serves you and what doesn't. If you are sticking with me today, let's hold for 3, for 2, breathing into the space between the shoulder blades, pressing the elbows down. Please don't allow them to go outwards. Now slowly maybe walk the feet back, place the knees down. Ooh, sit back towards child's pose. Now just thread the right arm underneath the left. Let's press the right palm back to the floor. Give a nice shoulder stretch. Lower the chin towards the right arm. Good. And come out. Just a simple shoulder stretch. Left hand threading under the right. Palms face down, walking towards the right side as much as possible, and then lower your chin towards your left arm. Deep breath. And let's come out. Sit towards one side of your heels. Swing the legs forward. Lie down on the mat. Feet wide. And we just easily windshield wipe the legs left and right. Neutralizing the spine. Do anything you need right now to get ready for Shavasana. You can give yourself a hug. You can do happy baby. Or you can do nothing else and find Shavasana. Palms face up, legs spread wide. And let go. What I think is really important about being a human, being alive, is we learn the ability to embrace all experiences. I think that's a key because we hold too much preference, we hold too much judgment to what kind of experience is preferred, what kind of experience is better. And that actually really limits our aliveness, limits our potential for having a more flavorsome and more layered human experience. So soften, drop everything, drop your weight, drop muscles, the bones towards the floor, soften the face completely, feel deep breath. Let go of something. Carry with you the intention to deeply experience and embrace life however it comes today. You are alive, and that is pure beauty and power. I would like you to choose when to come out of the Shavasana. When you do come out, please come out gently and slowly. Roll onto your side body first and then come up to a seat. But right now, if you can, if you have the time, stay here longer. May you enjoy the life that you have right now. May you have the best day ever. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I will see you soon. Namaste.